Last fall, our staff and elders sensed the Lord calling us to re-emphasize the mission of our church. We knew that we didn't need to come up with a new mission because Jesus already gave us our mission. Go into all the world and make disciples of all nations. This is our purpose. The question for us was how? How would we make disciples of Jesus Christ? We decided to build our disciple-making efforts around two central pillars, helping people know Christ and make Him known. Within these two central pillars are 9 key characteristics of a disciple. We want to make disciples who know Christ in 4 specific ways: personally through salvation, prayerfully by life with the Holy Spirit, biblically through the Scriptures, and relationally in community. Likewise, we want to make disciples who make Christ known in 4 particular ways: missionally by reaching the lost, mercifully by caring for the needy, generationally by training the younger generation, and resourcefully by investing in eternal treasures. And most of all, we want to make disciples who do all of this worshipfully, with the love of Christ as the motivating center of all we do. Simply stated, we exist to help people know Christ and make Him known. That's why we're here. This led us to introduce our Make Him Known initiative in October of 2021. Although our church was growing and our facilities needs were increasing, our leadership was excited about not just doing a building campaign, but rather reconcentrating on our discipleship efforts. This is what Make Him Known is all about. It's a 2-year generosity initiative to support the disciple-making mission that God has given to UBC. We introduced the Make Him Known vision in a strategic approach, starting with our core leadership, then out to our ministry volunteers, and eventually to the church as a whole through a 5-week sermon series called Make Him Known. The vision for Make Him Known is making Christ known here, near, and everywhere. Here meaning among those who are already here at our church, near meaning among people who are nearby but not yet connected to our church, and everywhere meaning in any place where people don't yet know Him. Make Him Known consists of 3 main goals: to honor God, to see UBC engage, and over the next 2 years to receive $4.5 million in financial gifts. $2.3 million for ministry here, supporting our operating budget, $1.7 million for reaching people near by expanding our facilities, and $500,000 for ministry everywhere as we reach the lost through missions and mercy ministry and church planting efforts. So what might UBC look like when we reach these goals? Well, if we raise the $2.3 million for ministry here, it ultimately helps the people of UBC mature as disciples of Jesus. Individuals and families who are already here get to worship and serve and grow together. Plus, we'll be able to add new staff members that will bolster our leadership in several key areas. If we reach our $1.7 million goal for ministry near, we'll be able to reach more people in our community. By expanding our buildings, we'll have the capacity to host and welcome more souls into our church. And if we reach our $500,000 goal of ministry everywhere, then more people around the world will be reached for Christ. More missionary partners will be financially supported. New mercy ministries will be launched from our church, and we will be financially set up to support church planting efforts in the future. This was the vision we introduced in the Make Him Known series last fall. And we asked the church to take action in 4 specific ways: to sincerely pray, to fully engage, to actively serve, and to generously give. We capped off that sermon series with a Commitment Sunday where we asked everyone at UBC to make a 2-year financial commitment to support the Make Him Known vision. And man, did you guys respond. Let me list some highlights, just some of the ways in which we've seen God's faithfulness as the people of UBC have engaged in the Make Him Known initiative. Financially speaking, you initially responded by committing to give $5.1 million over 2 years. That far exceeded our commitment goal of $4.5 million. In fact, on our first Big Give Sunday in December, you gave over $500,000 in just 1 weekend. And since then, your giving has been consistent and strong to the point where we have already collected over half of your $5.1 million in commitment. This is an incredible answer to prayer. God has used your giving to help us bring several new staff members on board. We've hired 4 new part-time staff to support our missions and mercy ministries, our children's ministry, our student ministry, and to support our tech team. Plus, we've added 2 new full-time staff members to include a facilities manager and an assistant director of Missions and Mercy Ministries. These new positions are also an answer to prayer and another evidence of God's kindness to us as we grow. When it comes to our building, it seems like just yesterday that it was March and hundreds of people came out to our groundbreaking service and prayed over our expansion project. Shortly thereafter, construction began, and now roughly 90% of our building has been completed. This is largely due to God bringing us our partnership with Builders for Christ. Through the summer and into the fall, we've had over 1,100 volunteers come from 89 different churches across 25 different states, and over 400 of you in the UBC family have joined in and helped. Thank you. Let me cap off the praises with some exciting numbers about what God has done since we launched Make Him Known a year ago. Attendance in our children's and student ministries has grown by over 25%. We've had successful collection drives, blessing Shaw Elementary with over $1,000 of needed items, as well as the Miami Valley Women's Center with over 7,000 diapers. We've added 8 new missions partners that we support through church funds. We've been able to start 2 new ministries, a pro-life ministry and a new ministry for foster and adoptive families. Our average in-person attendance has grown from 730 to just over 900. Over 80 new members have joined the church, 27 believers have been baptized, and we have added 9 new deacons and 1 new elder, and on top of that, 143 people have become brand new financial givers. God has been so faithful this past year, and so have you. Again, thank you, church family. As for the hurdles and challenges, well, this is nothing new to you, but the limited size of our current facilities causes crowding to be a continued problem. Please keep being patient. We are so close to being able to move into the new facility. Additionally, inflation has increased far more than we anticipated. That, of course, has increased the cost to complete our building projects. And for those of you who have made financial commitments to Make Him Known, the inflation challenge emphasizes how much we need you to keep your commitment. And if you're new and haven't yet made a commitment, your generosity would go a long way to help us as well. So to recap, our whole goal is to make Him known here, near, and everywhere. We want to see the people of our church grow and mature as disciples of Christ. We want to show our community the love of Jesus, and we want to be able to take the gospel to the lost wherever they are. That's what our Make Him Known initiative is all about, and that's what your unwasted life will be all about. Knowing Christ and making Him known. We have one lifetime to live for the Lord, one lifetime to make an impact in this world for His glory. Let's not waste it. Let's finish strong and continue to persevere in the disciple-making mission. As Galatians says, we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. So finally, here's what I'm asking you to do. Would you commit to attending every Sunday from October 23rd through November 13th as we refresh our Make Him Known initiative? Would you join together with the smaller group of UBC people to cover the remainder of the Make Him Known initiative in prayer? And if you're not in a group, reach out. We'll be happy to help you get connected. Would you sincerely open up your heart and gladly give whatever the Lord is calling you to give, whether that's completing your initial financial commitment or increasing it or making a commitment for the very first time? As we said at the beginning, we want 100% of us doing 100% of whatever God calls us to do. He is at work. Let's join Him and let's continue to fulfill the mission to make Him known.